For those of you who are new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell symbol to get notified of my new video uploads.
Check this crib out, guys. Got a nice little pond in the front with a jump off deck. It's got some ducks. Got some cornfield next to it, nice and quiet out here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Some country living. I need a setup like this. This is gonna be my next crib, guys. It's gonna be out in the country. I'm gonna have me a nice country setup like this where I can rev the hell out of my bikes, ride dirt bikes in my backyard in the woods, do whatever I want to do. Have a barbecue out there, yell, scream, turn up the music, have a party without worrying about neighbors calling the police. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I've said in a lot of my videos in the past, I tell you how the smaller bikes are really the more fun bikes out here on the street. Like, it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than, you know, a fast bike slow. And I told you, really don't need any more than, like, you know, maximum 600 cc's out here on the street. You don't need the 1000 cc super bikes. And that's true to a point. But I will tell you guys, there is one huge reason why you would still get a liter bike over a 600 out here on the streets.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Continue to leave video suggestions, but you may find what you're looking for by visiting my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Videos. And those are a bunch of playlists with all of my videos categorized in them to make it easier for you to navigate through.
I cleaned my CBR up, baby. It's looking proper. Looking good, riding good. Yeah. Just have to connect the tether on my airbag vest. That's keeping me safe. For those of you guys who want to get this airbag vest and this ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet and a mirror shield, my leather jackets, leather pants, cameras, camo pants, all of my gear and stuff, CE armor jacket. I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Gear. Yeah, baby. Woo! But I will tell you guys, as a lot of you guys know, I owned a 2008 Honda CBR 600 RR, and that was an absolutely amazing bike. Oh yeah. Woo! But I will tell you guys, this bike, this 2012 CBR 1000 RR, is only like 30 pounds heavier, 35 pounds heavier than the 600 RR. But I'll tell you, all the extra power down low and in the mid-range on this bike is what makes 1000 better than the 600s, man. Because the 600s, you really have to rev them out. You know what I'm saying? To get that power out of them, especially like an R6. The CBR 600 RR is not as bad. It's got real strong mid-range, which makes the 600 RR great for the streets. And one thing I like about the 600 RR though, better than this bike, is it's thinner and it feels more nimble in the twisties. I mean, this bike is not bad. This bike is still like really small, even to this day. This bike weighs what, 440 pounds wet stock. And these new bikes out here, like the new R1, 2020 R1 is coming out, that thing is freaking 450 pounds, actually 10 pounds heavier than this bike. So in 2019, this bike is still relevant in terms of weight. And the power on this bike is 100, and at the crank, it's like, excuse me, at the rear wheel, from what I've seen online, is that it's about 155 horsepower. And it has about 75, oh yeah, baby, about 75 pound-feet of torque available at 8,500 RPM, as where the 600 RR is like 106 horsepower at the rear wheel, and I think it's like 46 pound-feet of torque. It's almost 50% less almost than the this bike here. So, and you feel it though. I tell you guys, you know, I've resisted for a long time. I resisted getting 1000 because I'm like, you guys, some of you guys were telling me CycleCruza, get the 1000 is better on the street because it's more power down low than the 600. And I hesitated. I said, oh, you guys are talking, talking out of your rear ends. But then when I got this bike, I understood. It was my first time on a liter bike, and I'll tell you, it is good, especially this bike. Now, not all the liter bikes, have the good, strong, low and mid-range power. A lot of them, like the ZX-10R, a lot of that power is a top-end bike. Most of the power. And the Suzuki GSX-R 1000 is like the CBR. It's got the power down low. And mid-range. I mean, it's not a ton of power down low. Obviously, it's more the mid-range because these are like track bikes. So it's not like the street fighters that have way more, have a bit more bump and power down low. But you do feel it big time compared to the 600, man. And the reason why you would still get one of these super bikes for the street is basically if you do street and do a handful of track days. Because the bike's already set up for the track, the bars and everything. But one thing that's really great about this 2012 and the 2013 model, which are the same bike, is it has relaxed ergonomics that are great for the street. This bike, to me, is about the same comfort as my Aprilia Tuono. The Aprilia Tuono has the same foot pegs as this bike, that it's heisted up a bit in a race-oriented position. But the bars are up a bit, but you're still hunched over to the point where when you ride 3 hours or so, it feels the same as when you're riding on this. And I find myself still just having one hand off the bar, even my Aprilia Tuono. I mean, the Tuono is so close to this, feeling like this, is like, that's why I feel like I have to get rid of one of these bikes, man. And I think the Aprilia should go. It's also riding out here in the country. Look at that, beautiful, baby. Look at that Ohio countryside. That's why I love Ohio, baby. However, come winter, that's when the roads get nasty and the ice and the snow. I don't even want to think about that. It's coming though, but you really got to enjoy these nice days out here. It's like 72 degrees out here, no humidity. But anyways, getting back to the super bikes and super sports. To be honest with you, the 600 is really not that relevant anymore. To be honest with you, man. It's only relevant in terms of racing. When you go through the ranks, the 250, the 600cc class, and then of course the Superbike class. But for us regular Joes that are out here to do which track days that I don't do, that I keep saying I'm gonna do, but I never do. But trust me, I want to, man. But the next place I move to, guys, is gonna be close. It's gonna be within driving. It's gonna be close driving distance to a track. Trust me, and I will be a regular there. But until then, I'm gonna be just cruising the streets out here, acting a fool, blasting here and there and screaming and hollering like a fool. Oh man. But yeah, for the handful of track days and you're riding the streets, honestly, this is the perfect bike, man. It truly is. Because this bike, it doesn't get hot. It's one of the rare super bikes out there that doesn't heat up like a lot of the super. My CBR 600RR got hotter than this bike. I don't know how they pulled it off, man, but this bike is is flawless, man. That's why some people call it boring, because it's so refined. Oh, we got gravel, guys. I got some rear wheel action on there, man. Let me get out of this road. Man, it's loaded with gravel. Imagine if I was speeding on this and slid. I could have had a real effed up day, man. But I'll tell you, the 600s are still cool. My cousin, he races an R6. Like I said, and if you're racing, on the amateur level or professional level, you have to go through the classes. So the 600s are still relevant, don't get me wrong. The R6 is one of the best track bikes out there, which doesn't make a great street bike. Some people will argue on that point. Whoa, just gravel everywhere here, man. What is this? Gosh, they should have warned us motorcycle riders, man. When I was on this road last time, it wasn't like that. I gotta get off this stupid road, man, if I have a real effed up day. Look at that, we got some cow action there, man. Like CycleCruza, you talking that bullshit? Leave a comment below, guys. Let's talk about it. What are your feelings? You still like the 600 out here on the streets? But anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my all-in-one motorcycle channel.
Thumbs up. Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.